What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to another video. I have a few NASCAR stories to talk about today. Surprisingly got stories. Let's just dive into them. So, the first story is that Brett Moffitt is recovering from a motocross accident he suffered over the week. This is from a couple days ago. He fractured his legs, and he will be out for 6 to 8 weeks. Here's the thing, though. Brett Moffitt is not going to miss a race. Since NASCAR is postponed until May 3rd, and with the timetable being 6 to 8 weeks, that's about how long it's going to take Brett Moffitt to basically recover. First of all, Brett Moffitt, I wish you a speedy recovery because that does suck and that probably hurts, and I can't blame you for being hurt for that. It sucks, believe me. And it's just, Brett Moffitt, I hope you recover. Up next, Dale Jr. and Amy Earnhardt are expecting a second child. That's really good to see. Pretty cool, Jr. And that's some positive light, Pretty much all these stories that I have for you guys share a positive light. So good to see that they're going to have a second child. That's really, really cool. Will it be a boy or a girl? We really, really don't know. We'll see. Up next, and this is one of the first big stories of the episode, NASCAR has partnered with a developer to repurpose surface land. The company is called Hillwood, and they're planning to redevelop 13,000 acres of land. The areas affected are Charlotte, Chicago, Daytona, Des Moines, Detroit, Fontana, Homestead, Kansas City, Phoenix, Richmond, and Talladega. One thing you do notice is that a lot of these tracks are ISC tracks. The only racetrack that is owned by SMI on this list, or owned by a different company, is Charlotte, because Charlotte is basically the home of NASCAR. So that's why that track is part of this list. Basically, the reason that I think they're doing this is because, one, a lot of these TV contracts and track contracts are probably going to be up at the end of this year, and these tracks are going to have to provide a lot of things to do around the racetrack because, one, they might lose their race dates if they don't get a certain amount of attendance. NASCAR has said that they're going to be putting punishments and fines out the tracks that don't fill up at least 70% of their stands. And I mean, they're talking about it at the moment, like punishing. And I think it's a really good thing. You got some racetracks that have really updated their areas. You look at, for instance, Texas Motor Speedway has completely been overhauling an area with shopping centers and restaurants and amusements. They're adding a go-kart track, as far as I'm concerned, out of the Texas Motor Speedway. Daytona, they got restaurants across the street, and there's things you can do around Daytona. Bristol is one track on this list that is not mentioned, and I think it's a track that really needs some redeveloping. If I remember correctly, I heard rumors of rumblings that they may be building a shopping center, but I do not know if they're going to be doing that at the moment. It's regardless, this is a really cool deal, and I hope that we see a lot more shopping centers and amusements. I know Atlanta Motor Speedway, which is not on this list, is talking about maybe bringing in a $1 billion project for that area and updating their track, keeping the track the same, but adding Ferris wheels and roller coasters and go-kart tracks, all that kind of stuff, in restaurants. So for people to do it, so they don't have to go 5 or 6 miles to find civilization. That's one of the problems with some of these tracks, is they're just all in the middle of nowhere. You have to go a few miles to find things, and I'm glad that NASCAR is striking this. This is a really good deal right here, because NASCAR needs to update a lot of these racetracks. I mean, it's just really, really cool. And now to the final story. NASCAR and iRacing are going to be introducing a eNASCAR iRacing Pro Invitational Series. It will kick off Sunday, March 22nd at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time at the Virtual Homestead Miami Speedway. It will be likely televised on Fox Sports 1. And here are some of the drivers that have been confirmed for this event. Dale Jr., Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, Clint Bowyer, Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, and Chase Elliott announced that they will all, as of right now, be racing this event. Drivers that I'm expecting to be joining them are guys like Justin Allgaier, Noah Gragson, because he has a sim. Bubba's probably going to be in this event. So there's a lot of drivers that are going to be in this event. And I'm just really, really happy that NASCAR and them have decided this. And not only that, it's going to be televised on Fox Sports 1. This is really, really big for iRacing. The Replacements 100, let's just talk about that. That Josh Williams won last Sunday. I didn't talk about this on the channel because I didn't really want to talk about NASCAR news. But when Josh Williams won that race, there were 23,000, 24,000 people that were watching the stream, including myself. While that's not the numbers that NASCAR gets on a normal basis, that is a huge, one of the largest iRacing streams that I've seen on there, and that's really cool that we're seeing a lot more people watching these races. And not only that, when you bring something like that to like the big screen or to like a certain thing, you're going to get more people on your website. I mean, iRacing probably has gained a lot of new people on their website who are driving iRacing, because iRacing is like a really cool thing. And while it's not an accurate representation of what you're seeing on the racetrack, it is the closest thing that you can get to most accurate of any simulator out there. NFL, you can't pull that crap off. You know, you use thumbs. You can't tackle. We're not like in the future, for Pete's sakes. We're not in virtual reality, for God's sakes. NBA, same thing. You can't do that. Like soccer and NHL and MLB. Those, you can't do like the stuff they do. iRacing, while it's not perfect, you don't feel the G-forces. You're doing the same things in the iRacing simulator that you're doing in this. And I think this is really, really going to be a fun thing. Let me just say, I am extremely excited for this. I think this is going to be really, really entertaining for all the fans that are watching. Because I watched, like I said, I watched our Place 100, and yes, it was a wreck fest in the first half, but there was some really good racing as well, even during the first half of that race. It was just phenomenal race to watch, and I think it's a big win for iRacing, and I think this as well is going to be a big, big win for iRacing. And I think these guys are just going to have a lot of fun with it. There's no points up for grabs. It's just fun racing and putting on a good show for all the fans that are going to be watching this race, because we need some sort of entertainment for the next couple weeks, and I think this is going to be a very, very fun race, and I think we have a lot to look forward to. So yeah, that is going to be it for this video. I want to thank you guys for watching today's video. Please like and subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on so you can be notified when a video does go live on my channel. Follow me on all my social medias, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Links in the description below for that. And comment below your thoughts on today's video. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching today's video, and I will see you guys next time. Take care, everybody.